Well, and we don't have any videos or anything.
Not that I know of. All right, good morning, good morning. How is everyone? Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys? Fine, excellent. I'll take it. I'll take it. Well, as always, let's start off with what we're grateful for or thankful for. Who wants to go first?
I'm grateful my chiropractor is open today at the time that I'm available to go.
Very important. Very important. I wanted to express gratitude and thanks for those that showed up. We had an ALC clinic on the 30th, and I know that took a lot of time out of your guys' schedules to be there all day. So thank you guys for participating and being in that room. We were able to do it with Puyallup and Gig Harbor, so it was fun to have other ALCs in the same room to kind of see what they're doing and learn from them as well. So thank you guys for being there. Let's hear two more. For veterans. I missed it.
She's grateful for veterans because she has a new veteran buyer.
Awesome. Yes. Love that. Love that. All right. One more. We can get going.
Cliff bars.
What? Cliff bars? We'll take that as a win. I used to love a good Cliff bar. I miss those. Okay. Let's go. Susan, come on up, honey.
Someone's here to do my slide.
Yes, Billy is doing the slides. I don't know where Billy went.
Oh, that's okay. That's the same size as me.
Hey, don't be jealous.
All right.
Okay, we're going to talk again about advertising because someone in our firm just got a discipline complaint against them for advertising property when it was not listed. Okay, so I'm busily writing, not Edgar, no names. So it's been keeping me busy, formulating a response, writing a defense letter and consulting with a broker. So it's quite a process. So what does the rule mean? Don't promote or advertise any property if it's not listed. So can we advance to the rule itself? There's a,
Yeah, right there.
oh,
It's on the screen.
oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. That was like magic. How did you do that? Okay, Christmas magic. Including but not limited to yard signs, flyers, websites, emails, texts, mailers, magazines, newspapers, open house preview showings, tours, unless it's been listed, unless it's listed in the MLS. Very simple. Are there any exceptions?
The seller can promote their own.
Seller can promote their own. And on my little bullet point, it said, can the seller put it on their own social media? Sure, they can do whatever they want. They can tell their friends they can put a sign in their yard, it's their property. How about I just do a quick post to my own sphere? No, that's social media. Don't put it on your website. None of that. The reason this is so important to remember, obviously, the philosophy behind this is to create a level playing field in listings and not having things being marketed outside of the MLS system. But more practically, MLS is regularly processing discipline complaints on this rule. In November, they imposed $14,000 in fines just for promoting unlisted properties and advertising in other members' listings. Average fine is $2,000. I know I'd rather have that $2,000 for Christmas and other festive things like making my house payment. So I don't like my brokers to have to give up money. Yes.
Could we, but it should be okay, like, we wanted to make a social media post that said something like, I have a listing coming in 5, drop me a note and I'll.
No.
Cannot say that.
No, not listed.
But
Cannot promote.
cannot promote, but even if you're not promoting the place, just say, let me to notify you.
No, I would not do that. Someone is going to report you. And, maybe you would get only $1,000 fine. with maybe half of it would be suspended if you didn't break the rule within a year and took the MLS class. Okay, you know, it might be minor, but why risk that?
I mean, my fine was for what's on my list.
Yeah.
And we still got fined, try fighting.
Does that include like, thinking of you, Edgar, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you're good at this, is like touring projects in process. If you're
Go
not
look at
saying, if you're not saying, but you're
You're
posting
walking
it.
through,
If you're not-
hey,
If you're not saying
here's
this
what
is
we're doing in
coming to
my
the
foot today.
market, if you're not saying like, hey, this is a listing, but you're touring a project in process, is there any issue with that?
Previewing
No,
is not promoting.
Promoting it on your social media while you're touring it, is there any issue? If you're not saying like, hey, this listing's coming up, but my client's working on this project, it looks great, are we allowed to do that?
I would say no.
That's what I was saying, like,
Okay, I want-
that's what I see the most of.
So how can I learn more about this rule and how it would apply to individual situations? Read the MLS rules and regulation. They're on their site. I can email them to you if you can't find them. There is also an MLS self-paced class online entitled MLS Rules and Regulations. It's $15. Get clock hours. And if you do get an infraction or a discipline complaint against you, they'll make you take that class anyway. So I would recommend one or the other. And that will help protect you. Yes.
What if it's on our RBN page?
That's a closed loop. You're okay on that. That's like saying something in this room. I
Yeah,
don't
and if you
think,
get fined then.
Then- that would not be in culture. Okay. let's
Yeah, we
move-
don't sniff
Okay,
that.
can you go to my other attachment?
Yeah, because we all have to be approved to be on that.
Yeah.
So it's closed.
So that's okay, but if you're on Washington State Realtors, if you're on any other, your own social media, that's fair.
It's still promotion, but someone would have to turn you in because it's a closed loop.
So I'm saying, I don't think that we're gonna
So-
turn each other in.
That's what I'm saying.
So, but
Every other
It'll
office
just be a
is
fine.
doing it in their meeting.
Yeah.
Could-
Well, when I started here, one of the standard things at the meeting was anybody that had a new listing, they put it up here. Or you could stand up and say, I've got a listing coming, or I've got a buyer looking for, that kind of, okay.
so why is it?
Builders
Builders
are,
can do whatever they
they're an
Do whatever they
exception.
want, yeah, but we're
They're not licensed realtors.
That's not why.
Sometimes they are.
They want to equal playing field, why is it okay?
They're not licensed realtors.
The realtors are putting it out.
Oh, well, it's different if,
Project is
yeah.
available.
there is an exception for, does this go down at all? Can you scroll down on that? I don't know if it has any more. Okay,
Just for the MLS.
okay. Vacant lots in the Platter subdivision. So there are some exceptions on things that are not yet complete.
Susan, do you know if you're marketing your own listing as an owner, as an agent, you still cannot or can't?
Yes, you can, but you must disclose that you are a licensed real estate broker.
So-
But your personal
So
property,
that's my personal flip. I can pre-market that.
if you personally own it, you're entitled. Yeah, you can,
That's 100%.
yeah, you can put it on your, because you're the personal owner. That's your personal property. Okay, can you go to my other attachment?
What if you have
Edgar
an
owns a
interest-
lot of
what if you have
houses.
an interest in the property? Like, interest in the flip, maybe it's not your personal flip, but you're partnered with it.
You better call me. Okay, go, yeah. So this, every month, do you guys know I send you out a message every month?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, good. Somebody's reading me. So this was sent in July. This is just like a basic get out of jail free card. So this is, the bullet points to keep you out of trouble. And if it goes temporarily off market, can't market it during that time. Keep everything up to date. Be truthful. And here's Edgar's question. And, pretty self-explanatory. Can you scroll down to the bottom? Okay. Remember to put in the correct logos. And just as a rule, don't advertise or promote other brokers. Oh, go back. Okay, in other news, other educational news, we have our Annie Fitzsimmons class coming up on December 14th. That's Thursday. Starts at 9:30, 3.5-hour clock hour class at the Carco Theater in Renton, and emails have been going out to you all to sign up for that. And this is regarding, of course, the revised agency law and industry practices, and the corresponding forms is all going to go into effect on January 1st.
What was the cost on that class?
$20.
It's 10 if you don't have clock hours.
Oh, 10
20 with clock
Yeah,
hours.
20 with clock hours.
Okay, that's perfect. 10 without.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Right.
that's good.
And the other thing is that the MLS has also now put an online self-paced class regarding these agency law changes as well. This is the same class that was offered earlier in the fall, both in person and virtually. So if you've already taken that and got clock hour credits for it, you can't take it again and get clock hour credits, but you can take a review class that's free, or you can take it for clock hours. So MLS is doing one online. We're doing a live one with Annie this month. So sign up for something. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Susan.
Hey, instead of lending scenarios today, we're going to play a little Christmas game. Mindy and Billy are going to be my helpers.
Oh, man.
And there is a prize. I know everybody's still shopping. A $50 Amazon gift card. And these are trivia questions. And some are questions and some are related to music. Music. And so I think what we'll do is, if you know the answer, raise your hand. And it's on the honor system for who gets the 5 right. The first person to get 5 right is the winner.
Okay.
Okay. So Billy,
So raise it high, guys, so I can see it and I
and
can,
who raises their hand first?
You gonna track it,
I'm gonna keep track.
so it's not an honor system.
She's just asking you if you know the answer,
Just confirm the rules.
so you could be a liar.
Oh, so we all we have to say is, yes, I know the answer?
No,
Yeah.
you raise your hand. I know, it makes it so difficult. Okay, we'll try this to see how.
Right, right, guys.
Okay.
Can we go to the next round?
Okay,
You okay with practice?
this one doesn't count. Okay, ready?
This doesn't count.
Let me keep the gift card, go shopping.
What retailer in 1955 misprinted a hotline phone number for Santa with the number of the Continental Air Defense Command? You'd have to be older to know.
Jackie is the first.
And then you.
Walmart?
No,
I'm gonna say Sears.
she's right.
Yes.
Okay. That was a practice
Walmart
run.
didn't get.
Oh,
I think Walmart
didn't exist.
Let's see.
Yeah, I was like Walmart.
Yeah.
That's why I said some of them, for us older people, we should know these. Okay. Okay, this one counts. Okay, ready? Alabama had a holiday hit in 1982 with what song?
Jerry.
Like Jerry was next.
Sweet Home Alabama.
The Christmas.
I wasn't
Holiday.
Oh, Christmas.
I'm
Oh,
gonna say,
Go ahead, Sarah.
I'm gonna say rocking around the Christmas tree.
No.
Jingle Bell Rock?
Give up?
Next.
No,
No.
Christmas.
Christmas. We're talking Christmas, honey.
Can we ask the
Yeah,
rules
I
quick
mean,
question?
Jackie,
Okay.
go ahead.
You're not Santa Claus.
Okay, let's give up.
Okay,
Rudolph.
Christmas in Dixie.
Oh, I knew that. It's on my album.
Jerry.
Yeah.
No, not
I knew
Jerry.
that.
Okay, someone should get this one. Okay, because I'm sure you've watched it already. In the classic stop motion animation TV special, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, what is the name of Rudolph's girlfriend?
Jack, November.
Dang it, I thought you were gonna say Dad.
Larissa.
Jerry?
Trixie.
Trixie, no.
Larissa.
All of you have kids. You have.
I said, I just watched it, I thought it was Sherry. Sherry.
You weren't listening.
What year was the game created?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Can I answer what his dad's name is? I think maybe the first person to go to dad.
Okay, we should drop it to 3.
How about one?
Okay, all right.
Okay.
What was it?
Grandparents.
Somebody, it's Clarice.
Oh, I know Clarice.
Yeah, you were close.
Follow up with what's his dad's name, I know that one.
Okay, stop.
Okay, here you go.
What kind of horse is pulling the sleigh in Jingle Bells?
Clydesdale.
Fat horse.
The one that.
What kind of horse?
What?
I don't know
No.
horse type.
Put the song in your mind.
Well, they said the one I thought.
Thaisa?
No,
Stop it.
no,
What is
A white horse.
no.
One horse. I don't know.
Reindeer, easy. Reindeer. What kind of horse?
Larissa.
No.
I
Okay. Nobody. My daughter got half of these right.
Raging horse.
No.
What is it?
It's a bobtail.
A what?
I
Yeah, I gotta find this one. Okay, let's try this one. What sound at Christmas time is symbolic of joy?
Bells ringing? I should just quit.
Okay, we'll just do a couple more. Okay, he wrote the story of how the Grinch stole Christmas.
November. Dr. Seuss.
Okay, she's come alive. She's
Yeah.
come alive.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You have to be faster, guys.
Well, you're, you know, what's.
Okay, what two colors are the Advent
Yeah.
candles?
Okay.
Candles.
Oh, don't tell somebody else because I'm winning.
That's what my daughter said.
This, well, wait, it was Troy, then it was November.
Oh, yes. Wait, what did Troy say?
Black and blue.
I was gonna go with red and white.
Green and red.
Yes.
Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
Blue and red.
Troy said.
Gold and white.
Candles or calendars?
I can't hear you.
Candles. That was my
There was
fault.
screen.
Okay, so as long as you said what color?
I said blue and red.
Obviously not.
Did
Did you hear silver and gold?
No.
Obviously.
Yes, thank you, Susan. Pink and purple for Advent.
These are hard. Three people have Advent wreaths at home. You have to make sure to ask one of your own questions.
That's why I'm trying to find it.
Find easy ones.
She's a shuffle of
You want to find them while you go to that one? She's like, oh my God.
Let's just do Christmas trivia.
Last name.
Well, did you find it? Okay, which one? I can't find it. Okay.
What about his Mr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, what danced in the heads of the children in the classic poem "'Twas the Night Before Christmas"?
I got it.
That was simply Sarah.
Yeah, she saw.
Me?
Sarah.
You were first.
Sugar plum fairies.
Yes, visions of sugar plum.
Okay, let's go to.
Okay, I got the nutcracker.
Okay.
Can I get half a point?
Yeah, we gave it to you.
No, I.
Oh, I wish I could find this one. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, ready?
We'll see.
How many laws follow each thaw in Deck the Halls?
November was first.
November 3.
No.
Oh!
If you read it wrong, you're just called right.
I got it. Larissa.
Yes!
Shoot. Everybody's singing it right.
I tried this on them and they're going. They didn't even do their hands. Okay. Okay, here's an easy one. Where was Mama seen kissing Santa Claus?
Where's the Christmas tree?
Oh.
Underneath the Christmas tree. Underneath mistletoe.
Oh.
Mistletoe.
Yeah.
You can give it to
Jackie, give it to November?
Okay.
We done?
Let's go ahead.
Yay.
Okay.
That's not fair.
I mean,
Okay.
it's the same bank account.
No, because, no.
Okay, give it to
Okay.
me.
One more.
Because
Okay.
the whole West Wing is one team, so.
Okay, I wasn't.
All right, all right.
Got it.
What do you mean, Larissa has one?
Okay,
That's fair.
there, now we're fair. Okay.
We're on the-
Okay, one more, guys. Here we go.
Yeah, you're like.
Trying to get one.
Oh, Larissa. Exactly.
I should have done the charade parts. They were really good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, ready? One more. Joe Pesci disguises himself as a cop as he cases the neighborhood in what movie?
Susan was first.
Oh, my God.
What?
Randy got it first.
Susan.
You guys were shouting it out.
No, right there, right there.
What's the answer?
This
Home
one
Alone.
I wanted to give you the
Oh,
opportunity
okay.
to finish.
Okay, this is the tiebreaker between the two of them, if they can get it.
Okay, ready? This puzzle block found its way into mini Christmas stockings starting in 1980 and every year since.
Did you see?
Brandy, raise your hand first.
It was Brandy.
Go ahead, Brandy.
Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
What is it?
Rubik's Cube.
Oh, God.
Randy also got the Home Alone one.
Okay, when do we want to call it that
Yeah,
between,
when
it's
we
gonna have
call
to be
it.
between, okay, this next one is between November and Susan. Whoever
Okay.
gets it first.
Okay, what line follows God rest ye merry gentlemen?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Did she have her hand up first? Go ahead. I do know it.
I
know, but I know it.
Rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you just say.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Sorry, I thought it was going on this year.
To save us all from Satan's power.
Can I get a warning?
Amazing.
Thank you,
Thank
Debbie.
you, so much fun.
Oh, it's tonight.
It's tonight.
Anybody else still wants to come? We got plenty of room.
If you guys still happy, we'll join.
We have
Home Buyer tonight.
Are we gonna play that game with the home buying class?
There's a Zoom link for the first time home buyers class.
There's exact questions.
Okay, so guys, I'm gonna take a piece out of our playbook that KW has put together this year. How many of you guys have a passion outside of real estate? What is it? What's your passion?
Music.
Music? Okay. What else?
Coaching.
Coaching? In the back.
Youth sports.
Youth sport. Okay, perfect. Edgar,
Building well.
building wealth. I love that. How many of you guys have associated and added that passion to help fuel your real estate business?
Oh, I like how it's the other way around.
Other way around? Say more.
Real estate business fuels or helps attain some of the other passions.
True, I can. So how many, when we did in October, we had our business planning clinic, right? And one of the things that we go over is your top 3 lead sources, right? And you can have up to 7, but 3 to 4 is pretty average. How many of those are something that you guys do as an extracurricular activity that you're associating with your real estate business? Larissa? Okay, perfect, perfect. Why do we think that this is something that they thought was important enough to put in the playbook?
It's something you're passionate about, something you probably stick to.
Yep, yep. You're gonna lean into it, right? Edgar?
So same thing, that you're gonna do it for a lot longer and less chance of you quitting.
Yep. How many of you guys had trouble coming up with your 3 to 4 lead gen sources? Or feel like you've got opportunity in it?
In the beginning, one third was very hard.
Was a bit of a challenge?
Well, there's no numbers to track, there's no way to start.
Right.
But I think year 3 or 4 kind of like.
Yeah, year 3 is usually the hot spot, right? Because you can go back into the years past to figure it out. SOI is always going to be number 1. But I want you guys to think about where you show up consistently, whether you're a parent, mountain biking. For a while, I don't know how I got stuck with this, but I got known as a rubber ducky girl, and people would just give me rubber duckies. Like the amount of rubber ducks that I had in my world where it was obnoxious. But I'm bringing that example in front of you because everybody realized that when they saw a rubber duck, they would think of me. So I want you guys to be really intentional or thoughtful while you're going through December and being incredibly social, because that's what happens this time of year, of how you can take that passion that you have for something or where you're always showing up. And if you're showing up as a secret agent, right? So mountain biking is what I did when I was in sales. And what I realized is I was known as the mountain biker, where I needed to change that narrative and put a system behind it where I was the real estate agent that mountain biked. Do you guys see the difference in regards to when they think of me, they think of me as the agent that rides a bike? Okay. So 164 is the page in the playbook that goes over that. And one of the ideas they came up with was just partnering with other people in that source. So Edgar, yours was wealth development. You say that you have that already kind of tied into your business. Who's helping you, or who are the added support systems in your world that keep that moving for you?
I mean, honestly, there's not that many people that's just trying to figure it out on my own and just getting myself surrounded with people that aren't ahead of me.
So
But
you're
I know
putting
there's lot
a,
of opportunity with people that are doing that at a very high level. So it's been a much slower journey than I would like.
I like that. How long have you been doing it? 3 years, okay.
What was his passion?
Wealth.
Well,
Building
Wealth
building
building.
wealth.
Buying one house every year. Buying a house every year.
Yours was buying a house every year? Is that what you said? Okay, I like that.
Buy a house and keep a house every year. So the last 4 years, we bought a home every year.
And
So
have
we
you,
should-
you've done that every year? Impressive. That's awesome. So when we look at the different groups, so we've got youth sports, I know we've got moms in here. So it's figuring out, and I know we've had, Jackie and November's coaches actually challenged them to do more of an in-face, like smaller meet and greets with coffee, right? To change the way that they're doing their lead gen. I know right now, finding now business is important for all of you guys. Would you agree? Okay, so the reason that we're talking about this was how can we make sure that we're being intentional with every single interaction that we have and not in an obnoxious way. If you're telling everybody that you want to help them buy, sell, or invest in real estate, you will eventually get slapped, I'm sure of it, right? You're just not going to get the results you're looking for. So my challenge to you guys is to be really thoughtful about, one, what's a hobby that you want to get back into so that you're taking care of yourself as a human, and how do you make sure that your business is being represented in that? So let's use my example again for mountain biking. I don't know if you guys know this, but mountain bikers are obsessed with pizza and beer. It's just how we roll, right? So I would make sure that when we were doing the pizza, I put my sticker on the plates, and it was minimal. I didn't have to talk about it, but it allowed me to be the sponsor for that specific group ride and keep it in the forefront. And then I was tracking what that looked like. So when we talk about our dials and connects to understand our conversion rates, tracking it when you're doing an event like that is challenging. So then you always want to go towards what you're trying to accomplish, which is an appointment, right? So I want you guys to be thoughtful or being mindful of that as we go into this year and you're in front of a lot of people, is how are you showing up in a way that's going to come from contribution and allow you to not be the secret agent in that space. Whether it's being in the car line at school when you're picking up tiny humans, or out and about, mountain biking or going hunting and just having good conversations, right? The point is that you guys, our industry allows us to take care of us and do what we enjoy doing while finding business along the way, right? We just have to keep that top of mind.
I had a question. So for Larissa, do you do that? I mean, because I know you're social media. So do you do that now, like in terms of what linking those two together?
So social media isn't like my passion per se, but I find that it's a really easy link to, like, people know that I'm in real estate. So when I show up on at an event, people ask.
Man,
So event is my passion. It's what I like to, and I do a lot of events, and my referrals is my top source right now out of my sphere. And I think that's because people are going to events in the neighborhood, or just they're seeing me everywhere.
I remember when I was in sales at the beginning, I always wanted to be a mom, because there's something about those mom networking groups that can be incredible resources. And I always thought that was incredibly beneficial. So tying that into what I do have in your ecosystems or what you've got going on. But the point is you guys need to show up and be prepared for that opportunity at any point, right? So it's showing up as the professional in any setting, whether it is mountain biking or not. So you can be that resource and that go-to. How many of you guys are finding more active buyers right now? I'm just curious. Yeah, I felt like there's been a little bit of an uptick with buyers. So if you guys aren't experiencing that, it may be worth going back through your pipeline and calling back through people that got either gun shy or uncomfortable with the interest rates, and see if they're still feeling that same way, because we have seen a consistent increase with the buyers. So if you guys haven't experienced that, I want you guys to go back into your pipelines and re-engage those conversations if you haven't already, okay? What ahas do you have around the whole concept of our industry allowing us to be ourselves and getting business from it, which is pretty unique? You guys know that, right? Larissa?
I actually have a question. Can I ask a question?
Of
on
course.
this? So there's certain groups that I find is challenging to present myself as the realtor professional, because the group itself is a little bit different. So for example, being at the gym, I'm sweaty, I've got no makeup on, I see the same 15 people 5 days a week for an hour, right? I chat with them. But then how am I hi, I'm also professional, even though I'm wearing skin tight clothes.
I'm McNasty, yeah.
So what I was doing when I was going to be down in Puyallup was I always wore my swag. Always wore my swag with just a t-shirt or my sweater coming in, and I would either be the first one over there to put it on and then chit chat, or it's the shirt I was working out in. So they were constantly seeing
it.
Heritage Home Partners, and then they started the conversations with me. Oh, I see that. Is that real estate? Oh my God, yes it is. I don't know. Yeah, that's how I did it without being obnoxious about it.
Yeah.
Adam on social.
Yeah.
Have the easiest way for me to break that
or do videos
Or
at
have
the
them
gym.
follow.
tag
Well,
them,
and if you
then
just want to
it's-
be really direct, we're all scripted, whether we want to admit it or not. If you simply ask someone what they do for a living, that question is going to come right back around. And then you're automatically put in that real estate conversation, right? Without being obnoxious about it.
Dorothy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I usually, like, if I'm at my son's basketball games or football games or anything like that, I always put my card in their little, right by their door.
Yeah.
I don't care, because people be doing that, and I, like, if they get mad, they get mad, I don't care. I didn't, I didn't mess with their card, I said, I just put my little card.
Well, and there is a concept to Legion where it is a numbers game, especially if you're looking at sources outside of your SOI, right? I mean, even the world's worst real estate agent, if they ask enough questions, they will find a client. It's just the way it works. So you have to remember that if you're not getting business, you're probably not asking enough questions or talking to enough people, right? But there's always business regarding what's going on in the market. We just have to be really intentional of putting that in front of us at all times, because you never know where business will happen.
I see what you're talking about, those groups, I mean, like a lot of mom groups.
Yeah, also moms, like,
So-
I'm not trying to talk about anything.
Yeah, so people are like always focus like, you have bills, do you have this, you have that, or like the teething moms. I'm like in all these groups, I'm like, hey, I know you guys are going crazy over there with these teething babies, but if you want somebody that wants to buy or sell real estate.
Well, the moms group, I have a client that specializes in the mom groups. I think she's got like 8 of them. It's kind of crazy. But what she's found is once she has a raving fan, that individual is the one that like preaches on her behalf, right? She's Amy this, Amy that, right?
But there's
So
also people that, like whoever's running the group, you
The
can't
rules.
just post anything because it goes through them first.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that's.
Yeah, they approve it.
Yeah,
The
they
admin
have
and stuff like
approved,
that.
it has to be
Jackie.
November started, she joined our kids PTA.
Mm.
And so if people aren't doing that, it's not just moms. If you're a dad and you join the PTA, I guarantee you will stand out and like people will know who you are because it's just not common that dads do it. But it's been a great referral source and
Yeah.
So far, we sponsor everything. I'm
Well-
gonna be, I own that school.
Well, and the best part about focusing on your passions, whether it's your family and your kiddos or like an extracurricular, is those people are going to be similar to you already, right? And they get to know you as a person, which makes it easier for them to take that leap of trusting you for a transaction. Because you're already doing the heavy lift of earning that opportunity instead of like a Zillow lead where it's a cold call from the beginning, right? All the way through. This allows you to have a warmer opportunity and they're knowing who you are as a person before you guys even get into business, which is how you get more referrals and more raving fans. So my challenge to you guys is just be intentional of where you're showing up and how you're going to be intentional with it being a benefit for just you as a human, right? And your business as well. Yes.
When you said guys, another thing that a lot of guys like, and I brought this up because my son does it, and he's not a realtor, but he's not working right now. He's taking some time off. He volunteers at school, at his 7-year-old school in the chess club. And that's a guy thing. I mean, and you know, if you do that, the guys do, it could be a gal thing, but I mean, I know it's really a guy thing. And volunteering in something like that at school is, you know, it gets you in touch with all those people. Like she said, it's more.
Well, and the one thing that you guys need to remember, if this is something you're going to actually do and implement, is the one thing that's the most important is the consistency behind it. Okay, so you can't expect to show up all rainbows and butterflies for one event and then get confused as to why you didn't get results from that. It's time on task. Especially when we talk about developing relationships, it's not a fast turnaround, and that's all we are is in relationships, right? All right, any other questions or ahas around that before we go into our announcements?
I wanted to share thinking outside the box. I put my funeral service director consultant. Okay, I need a partner. I look for vendors. I'm like, I'm a real estate agent. So whenever you're in the market, and then I had a team member who sells orange berry plot. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. But hey, if you ever need a realtor, I'm your gal, you know? So I'm giving them thinking outside the box. I'm looking for vendors. I used to only think within the territory. I'm like, oh, who do you know that can refer me to, you know, Wenatchee? Or how far do you go? Like I have a land survey. Where do you go? I go, you're kidding me, right, Chris? You do all of Washington? But I'll charge a fee. I'm like, okay. So at least I'm learning how to bridge different vendors as they lead
Mhm.
and ask them, so where does the buck stop for you? Where's the territory? Refer me a different one. So that's how I get my leads. So I'm learning how to step outside of my comfort zone and the area that I own and who I know and I've worked with, all these vendors. I go, I need another vendor. Business to business, talk to me. I'm like, okay, so it's different. I'm trying to think outside the box just because we're in this type of market. So I just want to share that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and you're creating like an Angie's List, right? So then you're the go-to resource for whatever vendor someone in your world may need. It's brilliant. Jackie, did you have anything? Okay, perfect. You want to do announcements, my dear?
Yes, let's see what we have. Okay, so we do have Tech the Halls, which is tomorrow from 7 to 12:30. And I believe we're going to have it going here, so if you want to come into the room. It will be going, but it gives you a breakdown of everything that's going on and who will be speaking and what time it is, so it does start early. Are you guys, is anybody going? Like, are you gonna be in this room?
Well, everybody.
Cold.
Yeah, except for Cody.
Apparently
Cody's not gonna be there though.
True, well, I don't know, remember he was gone the other day, so, and then just reminder that our business meeting for this, December is actually next week. Because normally it's the third Tuesday, it is actually gonna be the second week, and we will have a guest speaker, his name is Jake, and he's gonna talk about taxes, so for all of us that need information on that, that will be very helpful, and a
Can I-
good time frame. Yes,
Say something about him.
yes.
I got his name from the Crutcher team 5 years ago, 6 years ago. He's one of the best real estate tax people I know. And he's amazing at pulling out everything that you would never even think of that you can write off. And he's very legal about it. So if you don't have a good tax accountant, come and see him.
Okay.
Really good.
Thank you.
Good one, good testimony. Obviously Gold is happening tomorrow, and then we have one more after that. And then how to double your sales in 2024. So it's both Rita and Carla, and it is virtual. You remember last time you were confused about that. And that's happening at 4 today.
Okay, I have questions about that slide though. So this one's virtual. Do they have it in person coming up?
Not that I know.
Not that you know of? Okay,
Yeah.
was just curious.
And then let me know if I'm going too fast, but I know you guys have already probably scanned these. So this just reminders, becoming more. Oh, no,
CMA
becoming a
Plus.
price, yeah, CMA. And this is with Anna, and that is gonna be on Monday, the 11th, from 11:30 to 1:30. Okay. And then know your numbers, so 4 conversations model. And it is going to be Monday, the 11th as well, but in the afternoon. And it's with Kristen.
How many of you guys are super familiar with the 4 combos? Really? Guys,
I mean, we're familiar with it. I wouldn't use the word super.
Yeah.
fair. Fair.
That's gonna be here too.
Yeah.
Really over the wall.
It's just, so the 4 combos allows you guys to actually know your conversion rates, right? That's the whole point why that exists. It has a bazillion different names now, 4 combos, 7 combos, dash, a bunch of things like that. But the point of it is for you guys to be able to have a predictable business by knowing your true conversion rates. How impactful would it be if you knew exactly how many conversations to your database before you set an appointment? Would that be beneficial? It'd be huge, right?
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It makes it, so that takes your inconsistency of a commission kind of based business and makes it a predictable, right? That's the beauty of knowing your guys' numbers, and this class speaks to that.
And then when you do business planning class in October, then you can apply those actual conversion rates to it, rather than using the general ones.
Yep.
Okay, so obviously Annie Fitzsimmons, as we all know, that's the 14th at 9:30 a.m. at the Carco Theater in Renton.
How many of you guys are signed up? It's gonna be a good one. I'm excited for the C classes or the C credit that she's doing, but having her speak on the topic is gonna be beneficial, and I'm guessing there's gonna be a lot of additional, so remember the town hall we had a month ago? Give or take, it's gonna be like that, but she's gonna be able to speak on different topics that kind of segue off of it. That's gonna be where the value's at, you guys. So if you're not signed up and you're concerned it's just about the buyer representation, I think it's gonna be the side conversations that are actually gonna have the biggest takeaways for you.
Alex, you need to scan.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay, I thought I saw you get your phone out. Okay, okay, so,
He's on Facebook.
so we're going to still have a holiday party, and our last week we're gonna do survey.
We have our holiday party on the 15th. Yep, it's gonna be in Burien. We've got Movement Mortgage supplying all of the food and beverages, so we're excited to be able to bring this to you guys.
Dinner, fun, and prizes.
Yes,
Said it's in period.
yes.
Hopefully the games are gonna be a little bit easier.
cost?
I'm not
sure.
There's games, there's just prizes.
Oh, they're giving them away?
Will there be a dance?
So we're excited to bring the holiday party back. I know we kind of did a smaller thing last year, but this will be our first big party since 2019. So we're excited to be able to offer this to you guys. Do you guys have any questions?
Adults only? Adults only?
Yeah, there's gonna be like adult beverages and stuff. Yes.
So adults only.
Same as if kids are allowed, is what she's asking.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys wanted to bring
Yeah,
tiny
what is
humans,
the
okay, but
attire?
it's not.
Like, what are you wearing, Lindsay?
It's gonna be Santa Claus.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, is it like an ugly Christmas sweater thing again?
I don't know if we're going ugly.
Do you like that or you don't like it?
I like it.
That's all that's showing up.
I think this holiday sweater would be fun.
Okay, so holiday.
Like sparkly.
You can't just make it up now. You gotta ask Goldie.
There's no such thing as.
Okay, so show of hands. Do you guys want it to be more of a dress up or do you want just holiday party sweaters?
Well, we're asking you, because it's a week away.
Let's just do, you know what? I'll connect with Goldie and we'll let you know.
There's a best dressed contest happening.
What?
According to that.
Oh my goodness.
Well, what the hell are we wearing?
Horsters, cash bar,
I love horses.
cash bar, dancing, best dressed contest, prizes, music, and all around fun.
Is Buddy the Elf gonna be there again? I hope so.
Is Tim gonna be Santa again?
He has to.
I miss Tim.
Well,
being
he
Santa.
was just Santa.
Oh, the picture.
Right.
Oh, yeah, how did that go?
But he had a, I was a bit.
We had a great turnout.
Okay, I was wondering about that, Brandon, you just answered the question. Okay.
Fireball.
No.
Tim's the best Santa.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, and his pants.
What?
What?
It is
I'm
a
sorry,
pants.
what now?
You can have pants on this.
What?
Yeah, he did have pants on this year. His pants kept coming loose, but he had pants.
That's like the kids sound is loud.
Anyway, guys, the 15th is going to be an opportunity for us to just connect and have a good time, right? With no work agenda. And I feel like that's long overdue. So I'm excited that we're going to be able to have that opportunity. Apparently we are dressing up. I will get more clarity for you guys to know exactly what that is. Any other?
Should she read that again or not?
Yeah, Jackie, read it off one more time.
Can you wait while Jackie reads again? What, will you read it off
Oh, it
again?
says Horsters, cash bar, dancing, best dress contest, prizes, music, and all around fun. Hors d'oeuvres is what it is.
But it says Forster?
I was forced.
I was like, what? I can't with this. I'm so confused. Okay. The point is, you guys, we're gonna have the party on the 15th, okay?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's not.
All right, anything else we want to go over before we step into the rest of our week? No. Great, let's make it a good week. Thank you, guys. What? What?
Wait, that video was. I know, okay, it's like display online for those that haven't.
Oh, is this family reunion?
Edgar, I can't remember, are you going to family reunion?
No, my wife won't go base.
You are.
Oh, yeah.
I've been told.
I guess we don't.
It was just family reunion, right?
Yeah, well, it was the numbers.
We're good. All right, guys, let's make it a great week. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've got some time. Let's connect.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. Bye. Love you.
I don't know, I just don't want to. I don't know that. I thought that might be targeted. It's good. I'm just thinking that way. And the same thing with so it's like they're kind of. Not quite old enough to watch. No, no.